Hi everybody. Um, just another update. Sorry, we've been a bit behind with the updates, so there's been one after another, and now I'm doing this one from home, just to let you know what's happened recently. So it's Monday the 30th of June today, and whew, boiling hot, isn't it? Absolutely baking. Sorry, that was my computer. Um, So yeah, I've been at home this week. That is 16th to 29th of June. Not at the clinic, not anywhere. Just had this week booked off to after scan results, and hope to catch up and do a lot of things I'm behind on and things. But didn't quite work out that way. I've caught up a bit, but as I told you in the previous video, after I had the scans, the recent scans, I don't know, 3 weeks ago now, is it? Um, I was quite unwell after the one with the gadolinium. Definitely not going to have that anymore. No, no. Um, and that was the dark contrast, or whatever you want to call it, that they put in you. I had some for the CT scan and some for the MRI scan, and that was actually checking. I had two MRIs and a CT scan, and the MRI was checking with the gadolinium was for the for my jaw, where they found something in my jaw a year ago and they wanted to check it. Didn't really want to have that one, but I thought let's just clear it, and I wish I hadn't had it now. But anyway, there you are. Just wanted to get it all out of the way so I knew where I was. But it really affected me after, and a lot of pains in my chest on the left hand side. Didn't feel not good at all, and it still hasn't gone off since then. And then it's come back with a vengeance. Then it goes off a bit, then it kind of like had it like that. And then at the beginning of this week it came on again, and well, ended up being in bed 3 days and just resting 3.5 days, resting. And yeah, so it's a lot better now, but it hasn't gone, so I don't know what's happened there. Anyway, that was that. So this week hasn't panned out as I planned it to pan out. So I had my scans. I had the most scans, and I saw the oncologist at Colchester Hospital on the 20th of June. So the results were bittersweet. Let's put it that way. The oncologist said before that if I keep waiting, it will spread. It will spread and it will grow. It will spread and grow. And the good news is that it hasn't grown. It hasn't spread. So that's brilliant. And God for that. However, so it's stable. And so, yeah, was a bit sad about that, obviously, because we were really hoping, me and Kevin, and the owner of Battersea Park Clinic, where I've been going, you know, and everybody, you know, that's watching this, I'm sure, would want me to tell you that it's reduced. But it hasn't reduced, but it hasn't grown and it hasn't spread. So there we are. That's what's happened up to now. So we have to replan, regroup, and decide what we're going to do. So I spoke to the owner of Battersea Park Clinic, because he was on tenterhooks waiting to hear what the results of the scans were. Of course, as I've told you before, other people's tumours have reduced, and many other people, and I've spoke to a few of them, and yeah, so obviously he was very disappointed, but we had a long chat, and he said I want to continue to work with you, and he offered me to, well, let's go back a bit, because about a month ago I had a bit of a chat with him, and I said, like, there's no more money, all the funds are gone, so let's see what the scan, he said, let's see what the scan results are, and we'll go from there. So this conversation, he offered me to go to the clinic basically free, and in return I'm going to do some voluntary work, which is what we spoke about a month ago. So there's all little jobs, all kinds of little jobs going on at the clinic, and so I offered to do that, and he said he would support me, and I can have unlimited amounts of the treatments, the H-spots, the red light, hydrogen gas, and the E-room. And he's got some other ideas as well, and I'm going to change protocols again a little bit and mix it up a bit. And so that was just amazing and incredible. I mean, how kind is that? What a lovely, lovely, kind soul he is. And yeah, can't believe he would offer me that, but you know, he's a true, honest soul, and he wants me to get well, and he believes I can, and he's seen it so many times. So as he was saying, there's a trigger and we ain't quite found it yet, but let's continue. So I didn't expect that to all happen, so I am going to continue, and I'm going back this week. I'm going to go back Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every week, almost every week, until my next scans probably, which are in December. They wanted to scan me earlier than that, but I don't want them earlier, so we'll have them in December. So that's amazing. So if you can possibly share my link again, and because obviously I've got to travel up there, I've got to pay for that cost, and if I have any extra things like the acupuncture, you know, by the Chinese doctor that I told you about, Jing, which I thought was doing me good, that will have to be paid for. So we'll see what jobs they've got for me at the clinic, and I'm going back this Thursday, which is the 3rd to the 6th of July, coming back Sunday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 nights, and I don't know how long in the daytime, because I'll be doing some voluntary work. So I'm absolutely, truly grateful, and of course none of this would be possible without all of you having donated in the first place for me to go through this. So we've halted it, it's stable, it's not grown, it's not spread, and that's fantastic, and that's just really, really positive outcome that Alistair has offered that to me. So I'll be going and doing some little jobs at the clinic, and I'm sure I'll meet loads of other people. If you could continue to share my link and help me to pay for the travel and any treatments like the acupuncture and so forth, I'll be truly grateful, truly grateful for that. But as I said before, it's down to all of you that have enabled me to be at that clinic since February, get to know the staff and get to know Alistair and be there all the time that this has been offered to me. And I'm truly grateful to you all. Absolutely didn't know where we were going to go from here when we got the results, but that's the plan going forward. So thank you all, and please share my link if you can once again. I'll be very grateful for that and appreciative. The oncologist did say, well, I said, what stage is it now? Because they've not really talked about stages much. I don't think they really do so much with anal cancer, but they've always said stage 1, which puzzled me a bit, because if it's gone to the lymph nodes, which it has to my left groin, I always thought it'd be higher than that. And so I asked today, and she said it's, well, first of all she said stage 3, and then she went back and said, well, it's really stage 2B. That was a bit of a surprise, because obviously we've not heard that before. But whatever it is, it's stable, and that's the situation at the minute. There's some other things I'm going to try add into the mix. One of them is something called DMSO. That's dimethyl sulfoxide. It's a substance found in wood. In the paper making industry, it's used, and it's proving to be really good for all kinds of things. Removing toxins in the body, anti-inflammatories, pain, and many other things. So I've got to work out I'm already taking it, but I'm got to work out definitely protocols for what's going on with me. So there's other things we're going to fry into the mix as well, as I said. And something else I wanted to tell you was, I told you about a professor in Germany in a clinic, and when I was last at Battersea Park Clinic, there was a workshop that my friend Dana told me about on the Sunday, and I couldn't afford to do that workshop because I can't afford to pay any more things out, really, at all. So I drew a line and couldn't do it. So I said I can't do it even though I want to do it. And it was a lady who'd had stage 4 cancer twice, had no conventional treatment, had done some natural treatments and stuff, and changed her diet and things like that, but also used the power of her mind and reduced her tumours. That's incredible, isn't it? Really incredible. And she was stage 4 twice. Yep. So I did really want to do it, but I couldn't do it. Anyway, I was talking to my friend Julie on the phone about things from the clinic, and I just mentioned it, that I'm coming home Saturday night and there's this workshop the next day. And she amazingly and so very kindly offered to pay for it, and offered to pay for my train ticket back. So then I had to decide, so thank you so much, Julie. And then I had to decide whether I'm going to go home Saturday night and come back Sunday morning. And I was very, very tired after being at the clinic days and nights. And I was talking to the staff at the clinic, who, as I say, know I'm quite well now. And I was saying that I wanted to go to this workshop, really. And my friends offered to pay for it and my travel back, which is amazingly kind. I don't know if I've got the energy to actually do it, go all the way home and back again. And they said, well, why don't you stay here? And I said, well, I can't stay here. My packages are finished now, because that was my last day at the clinic, very last day at the clinic. And, all wishing me luck with my scans and so forth. And, yeah, they said, just stay. You spent a lot of, you've been with us for months, you spent a lot of money, we don't want you to do that travelling back and forth. And they wanted me to do the workshop, and amazingly, and total surprise that day was that I ended up phoning my husband, and I said, my God, my friend Julie has offered to pay for this workshop tomorrow and the travelling back, train ticket, and the clinic has said I can stay for nothing, so that I can go. How amazing is that? And from one minute I just couldn't go, and the next minute I could go. So I did that, and then I thought, for some reason I had a feeling I need to go to this, and it was very interesting, and I definitely learnt some things. But also I met a lady who started talking about herself. Everyone was like introducing herself and whatever, and she said about this professor in Germany, that she was going to him. Now, it's different to know about someone, and I have sent my scans to him. And he said he can, and he's doing anal cancer in the sphincter muscle, which my oncologist said it's not possible to do, but he said he's doing it. So yeah, but anyway, I just want to put it out there. That's, it's just we don't know about everything, and if we research, investigate, there's lots of other things going on, but I don't really want it, but I'm very interested to know how she's getting on. So she'd had one session and she was going back to Germany again that week. So I spoke to her, got her number, spoke to her about it, and she's stage 4 cancer, and I think it was lungs, and lovely young woman, and she went, so I kept in touch with her, and I found out now that every time you go you have a scan and then he does another treatment, and her tumour's reduced on the first treatment by 15%. Wow. So I knew why I had to go to that workshop now, because to meet someone that's actually going and I can follow her progress and I'm in touch with her, be very interesting. I mean, as I said, I don't want any of that treatment, but let's see where she goes over the next few months, and we'll see what happens. So I just wanted to just let you know that. Yeah, so that was very interesting. I knew why I had to go to that workshop then. So what he does, he uses chemo, but not into the body. It's chemo embolization, and it's injected directly into the tumour, once into the tumour, and he does that a number of times over a number of weeks. And if the tumour reduces to a certain degree, I think that's different with different people's cancers, I don't know, but I think so, then he will ablate it, laser ablate it, burn it. So my oncologist said that's not possible with anal cancer, because it's mixed into the sphincter muscle, and he says he's doing it. So it's very interesting. So let's see what happens to her stage 4 tumours over the next few months, and I'll report back. So that's what's happening at the moment, and I will do a video every week now, and I'm back at the clinic. Probably not as long, just do an update video so you can see me there, and just a brief video what's happening. And so yes, I'm back there for Thursday nights. I'll probably go up about 11 in the morning and get there about, I don't know, 1:30, depending on the trains. And we see how we go this time, and I'll report back to you. But as I said before, and I want to repeat that none of this would have been possible at all if you hadn't donated to me, and I hope you stay on this journey with me and continue to support me and see how I get on. So thank you so much for your donations and your support, and I hope that you might be able to share again, and might be able to help me a little bit more with this now. But just thank you, and I'll report back to you soon. Lots of love, and thanks from my heart.